Have you ever had one of those days? One of those days where everything just seems to go wrong? I remember one evening, after a long and exhausting day at work, my mom placed a plate of dinner in front of my dad. It had some vegetables and a very, very burnt piece of rice. I watched, holding my breath, waiting to see what my dad would do. I was sure he'd notice. Who wouldn't? The smell of smoke lingered in the air. But to my surprise, he just reached for the burnt rice, smiled at my mom, and asked me about my day at school. I don't remember what I told him that night, but I will never forget what happened next. I heard my mom apologize to him for burning the rice, and I will never, ever forget his reply. He said, "Honey, don't worry about it. I actually like my rice a little burnt sometimes." Later that night, when I went to give my dad a goodnight kiss, I asked him if he really liked his rice burnt. He wrapped his arms around me and said something that has stayed with me ever since. "Your mom had a really long, hard day at work. She was tired. That burnt rice didn't hurt me, but a harsh word would have deeply hurt her." And in that moment, I understood. Life is full of imperfect things and imperfect people. I'm not the best at everything, and you probably aren't either. We forget birthdays and anniversaries. We say the wrong thing. We burn the rice. But that's the reality of being human. What truly matters isn't the mistake, but how we react to it. Over the years, I've learned that the most important thing in a relationship isn't perfection. It's acceptance. It's about understanding that everyone is fighting their own silent battles. Instead of focusing on the burnt rice, my father chose to see my mother's effort, her love, her exhaustion after a long day. He chose kindness over criticism and understanding over complaint. Think about it. We often expect so much from others, but do we offer the same grace in return? True love doesn't demand perfection. It doesn't keep a record of wrongs. It forgives. It accepts flaws. It finds beauty in the effort, not just the outcome. It's the quiet patience, the gentle smile, the unspoken understanding that says, "I see you. I value you, even when things aren't perfect." As we grow, we learn to embrace these imperfections, not just in others, but in ourselves. We learn that failures are not the end, but stepping stones. We find peace not in having everything go our way, but in accepting what is, with a grateful heart. It's like entrusting everything, the good, the bad, the beautiful, and the burnt, to a higher power. When you do that, you find a kind of peace and joy that the world can't give you and can't take away. This journey teaches us true kindness. It's easy to love people who are easy to love. But the real test is to love those who are difficult, to help without expecting anything back, to forgive when it's the hardest thing to do. A life lived with purpose is like a pencil that writes its own story of grace and compassion. A life without it is just a pencil with no point. It has no direction. So, how do you know if you're on the right path? It's simple. You know you're on the right path when you can forgive easily. When you feel a sense of peace in your heart, even amidst chaos. When you can look at a mistake, a shortcoming, a flaw, and still see the good. When you can still be thankful, even if the rice is burnt. Because you understand that the world isn't perfect, but our hearts, filled with understanding and love, can make any situation beautiful. Thank you so much for watching. If this story touched your heart, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel for more reflections on life. Remember to be kind to one another. You never know who might have just burnt their rice.